Welcome to the Terraria analysis, Terraria trailer analysis. On the newest trailer, Terraria Journey's End. And a lot of people are saying, in like video titles and whatnot, it's 1.4, but it's up to the developers what version it is. It could still be 1.3.6. I'm gonna go through and try not to miss a single thing. Now first off, there's a new title screen. Also, there's some birds here, different cloud patterns, and a bunny cloud, and probably other things that'll show up. Then the trees look different, maybe a different background. Also, the title, Journey's End, could mean many things. So, first screenshot here, the thing I think a lot of people missed is look at this acorn right here. He's chopping the tree down, or this person is chopping the tree down, and the acorn is falling before the tree is even broken. I literally just noticed that because I put on my analysis goggles. Then anyways, we see the block replacing mechanic here, and a new border for the minimap, including these little white outlines. You see, there's these white outlines around players, which is really useful, and I absolutely like that. But there's this thing over here. Like, what is this? What is this green arrow? Here, I'll get a better shot of it. It almost looks like some sort of save point, or like a bed. And that might be what it is. I don't know. Also, glowing mushroom biome looks much better. And again, it's multiplayer. But there are these lamps hanging down from the ceiling. Now here you can see the moss. The mosses have been, or maybe they're new moss, maybe it's the old moss, but it looks so much better. And you can see up here, it's called xenon moss. It's based off of the gas xenon on the periodic table. Also, as you can see, there's just a chest here. And it looks like a golden chest. Maybe it's a mimic. Or maybe there's some sort of trap here, because you can see the dart trap here. So it's like a trapped chest. That would be interesting. Also, there's a new minecart. See, that doesn't look like any of the minecarts now. It looks sort of like a train. Like the wheels work like train wheels. Also, krypton moss, another element on the periodic table. I don't remember if this one's a gas or not, but you also have a new minecart. Argon moss, which is a gas on the periodic table. But there's also like a cake here, a cake item. But I don't think I've ever seen a cake with those colors before. New vanity, and a new pet. Here's the character creation, so now you can create the same character. You can create the exact same character without having to use an external program. With a hexadecimal code. Individual randomizers for each of these options. Randomized player. So there's probably randomization options for each individual one. These are the styles. So here's the new world generation GUI. This one's called the Excellent Vicinity. I don't know if that means anything. There's a new little thing here to sort of... There's a new map icon instead of just a boring old tree. But what's interesting is, later in the game, they reference a master mode. But there is no master mode here. So, probably again you unlock it. Also, Oasis Biome here. There's a lot of things on the screen. A new border for the minimap, a storm spear, and a new pickaxe. Also, there's new background objects, new grass, and the trees look better. Also, there's some sort of new torch here. There's a new vanity set that's being worn. And the entrance to the desert looks much better. It looks more like a cave rather than a sinkhole. Also, cattails and a new duck and a dragonfly. So maybe you can catch that, and it's worth a lot of bait percent. Or fishing power, whatever it is. Bait power. There's also these new bombs, there's a new cactus, new background objects. A new chest, by the way. The chest looks different. There's a torch here. And there's a painting here. New painting. But new vases as well. As you can see here, there's a new vase. A new outline for the minimap. There's the Ender Sphinx. And here, there's a few things. First, there's an achievement icon here. For maybe what achievement you should go for next. And you can tell it's an achievement because this one looks exactly like the orb smashing one. New boots, which probably just work like all the other pre-hard mode boots, but look cooler because desert. And a flute here. A lot of people saying this looks like the blowgun, because it does. It looks very similar. But you can actually see these little black dots here. It makes it look like a flute, or maybe some sort of recorder or something. And you can see the name of these boots is the Dune Rider boots. And a lot of people didn't see this, though. The wearer can run super fast, and even faster on sand. They're not like all the other pre-hard mode boots, actually. They make you run faster on sand. And it's not a material, meaning you cannot make it into the Frostspark boots. Also, there's a new emote icon. And then there's a book here for what is probably the bestiary, which shows up later. Also, the storm spray seems to be a spear that shoots projectiles. Also, over here, this is a golf area, so there's a bunch of different golfs. This one probably hits it really weak, and this one probably hits it super far. There's a golf ball, a whistle, which probably returns your golf ball to you, and then the golf tee. But as you can see over here, there's a timer here connected to something off screen, and then a hole here. And this looks exactly in mini golf, the windmill. You know, it looks exactly like the windmill in mini golf, because this would turn the windmill on and off, so you'd have to time your thing. I just found that interesting. Also, there are strange plants here on the ground. Painted strange plants. So maybe you can place strange plants now. Also, the flags wave in the wind. Also, nice particle effect if you get a hole-in-one. And maybe if you get a non-hole-in-one, but most likely you get those particles for getting a hole-in-one. New score system for that. Apples on the trees. That's really cool. It looks like a new tree in a pot here as well. And the leaves are falling from leaf blocks, which does make sense. And the yellow marigold looks better as well. And here's the bestiary that I was talking about earlier, most likely connected to the book from the inventory. It does put down every single variant of the enemies. As you can see, they're all the different Halloween enemies here. And it tells you how much money you usually get per drop, how much attack they have, how much health they have here. They have a little description, a little background of where they show up. And they have how much money they drop, and probably the items that they drop. But I'm confused at what this is. Like, what could this be? It couldn't be crit, because enemies don't crit you. They don't critical hit you. Like, maybe it could be knockback resistance, but I don't think skeletons have that. Okay, yeah. So right here, as you can see, knockback resistance at 50%. So this icon right here is knockback resistance. So there are a ton of filters here. Also, the vanity on this mannequin seems to be dyed, and also it has a cape, which is usually an accessory. There's a sand castle over here, some new background objects for the, like, starfish and coral and everything looks better. Yeah, I was right about the items. So the average coins dropped by them, and then the items with their drop chances. Okay, I'm confused what this is now, because I looked at the wiki, and they have 60% knockback resistance, not 40%. Or maybe that's how much knockback they take. There's a new item here that they drop. It seems to be some sort of, like, crystal or maybe. But also, new enemies. There's a new one here. There's a new squid-like creature, an eel, a flying demon eye fish. There's the thing that was teased earlier that I don't know much about because I haven't been paying attention to the spoilers. And a new boss. Also, there's a turtle over here. Bunch of new stuff here. There's the bat summon. These platforms look new. Also, multiplayer, again. A new item here. Don't know what it is. There's a new fishing pole, the chum caster. There's chum here. There's a new fish. There's a new item, probably bait. There seems to be like a diamond crate. Seems to be some sort of pearlwood crate. There's also these post things, which I have no idea what they are. Oh, so these are most likely platforms. You can't place things. You cannot place background objects on top of half slabs of items or blocks. But as you can see, this is called the Blood Nautilus. Also, the well-fed buff looks better. There's a new buff here, which is probably some sort of luck or fortune buff. Over here, you can see there's a fallen star with some pretty cool particles. There's the enemies from the bestiary earlier. There's a new tracker for multiplayer. Master Mode. So new items in the hotbar, a blood rainbow, which you can see rains blood down. A summoning weapon here, because it looks like a frog here, and here's the frog. There's cheeseburgers, and also, the only boss in the entire game that gives you horrified is the wall of flesh. Oh yeah, this is a new torch from the corruption set, as well as this campfire and these furniture items. A new block over here, and a new potion. It looks like a crate potion, but it's white. So that might be what the luck or fortune potion might look like. They have the buff here. Also, new corrupted trees. Or maybe I just don't play corruption enough. And I have no idea what the trees look like. You can see right before the transition, there's a number here. And it counts down. So, as you can see, if I reverse it, it goes up to 15, goes forward, goes down to 14. It's a respawn timer. So it tells you exactly when you respawn. And here, a new weapon, quad barrel shotgun. What appears to be a summoning item for the cat, most likely. There's what appears to be some sort of potion. There's a new item here, which could just be like a reskinned Iker. Because it looks exactly like Iker, but it's red. Probably is a change because the description of Iker is the blood of the gods, and bright yellow was a quite odd color for the blood. The bosses seem to have more health in Master Mode, as can be seen here. So normally in Expert Mode has 11,200 health, but here it has 16,800 health. Also, new vanity, looks like a soldier's helmet, new weapon, Celebration Mark II. There's a new yo-yo, new item here, and a new type of rocket. So rockets will be expanded on in this update. Also pizza, there's a new harpy pet, or summon or something. There's a new item here, an umbrella. Not much going on here, but there's new doors. Some sort of stone brick doors, gray brick doors. And as you can see, every time a grave is placed, the sky gets darker. Also, a new vanity set. So if I go back here, and you can watch closely, that the sky does get darker every time they place a grave. As you can see here, there's new furniture, tables, and a table with a tablecloth. Banners actually move like trees do now. The sky blue flower has an update to its sprite. Spikes or something on the top of these blocks. Which direction the wind is going thing. There's a shovel in this player's inventory, along with Gladys, a new weapon. Some sort of block. Thunderstorms as the sky got dark rapidly with the rain. There's a wyvern kite. There's a bunny kite. There's a hot dog in the game, so there's a lot more food. There's a Rosalina costume with a pet. There's another new outfit here, but I can't tell what it is because the arm's in the way. So yeah, another new background. Looks great. Also, there's an Easter egg with these here. You put them together, you get something. Also, there's some sort of portal here. Also, you get to see the emote used in action. This person used an emote. And again, 2 people. Anyways, that's the end of the video.